I'm done talking to you, bro. What is he even arguing about? Because it can't be that one play. Look at it.
Fourth and one. Those 2 4th and 1s that didn't work. And did you like Kevin having the aggressiveness there, even backed up in your territory?
I mean, first, that's a rude question to ask. If I think, it was a great...
Jerry Jeudy really picked the wrong day to test Shedeur Sanders. What started as a little trash talk turned into instant regret real quick. Shedeur didn't back down for a second. He shut it down with pure confidence. And the crazy part? Jeudy wasn't ready for that energy at all. This whole exchange proves one thing: Shedeur is built different. Jeudy walked into that moment like he wanted smoke, but he had no idea Shedeur was carrying a whole season of pain on his back. Jeudy got loud, acted tough, and tried to poke at Shedeur like he was some rookie who would get nervous. But Shedeur stood there calm, sharp, and confident, and that's exactly why Jeudy looked frustrated. Shedeur has been fighting pressure since day one, fighting doubts, fighting injuries, fighting non-stop criticism. Jeudy thought he could shake him with a few words. No chance. All he did was expose his own emotions, while Shedeur stayed locked in like a true leader who has seen worse than simple trash talk. And the sad part is that Shedeur shouldn't even have to deal with this type of drama from other players when his own coach keeps making life harder for him. Stefanski loves acting aggressive in the wrong moments and passive in the right ones. He keeps gambling with Shedeur's drives, puts him in bad spots, and then leaves him to answer for decisions he didn't even make. Shedeur gets blamed for things that aren't his choices. He gets questioned for the same calls that keep failing week after week. And through all this, he still stands up, still defends his team, still carries the weight like it's normal. That takes strength most players don't have, especially young ones. So when Jeudy tried to step to him, he wasn't facing the Shedeur who just threw a pass. He was facing a young man who's been pushed, doubted, hit, and still gets up every time. Shedeur has suffered more this season than people realize. The pressure, the expectations, the constant noise, and the lack of real support from coaching decisions that never put him in safe positions. Yet he stays respectful, stays focused, and never hides behind excuses. Meanwhile, Jeudy lets emotions control him. Stefanski keeps risking his quarterback, and the only steady, calm, committed person in the whole mess is Shedeur Sanders. And moments like this show exactly why he's built to rise above all of it.
Cleveland game and after the game. Now, Jerry Jeudy has found himself in some serious hot water yet another week. Now, last week we seen Jerry Jeudy fumble. You know what I'm saying? And, I didn't really want to go in on Jerry Jeudy because he liked that on the football field. But it was looking kind of spooky. Looked like he just did one of these. He just threw the ball. But I let that slide, dog. I let you slide. Now, today, I ain't the only one that noticed this. Now, Shedeur had a pass, right? Shedeur had a situation in the game where Jerry Jeudy looked like he went out on an out route or a post, one of those long routes, bruh. And Shedeur was asked about...
Jeudy has been acting shaky for weeks, and everybody sees it now. It's not just one bad moment. Every time the team needs him to lock in, he slips, loses focus, and then looks around like it's someone else's fault. He dropped the ball with no pressure, and people tried to be gentle about it. But now it's happening again, and it's clear he isn't helping his quarterback at all. When a receiver runs a big route, the quarterback expects trust, timing, and effort. But with Jerry, it's always confusion or half energy. So when fans saw that route fall apart, they didn't question Shedeur, they questioned Jerry, because he's been playing like he's not fully invested. And instead of taking responsibility, he keeps acting like someone else created the mess. Meanwhile, Shedeur is out here fighting through pressure every single week, carrying the whole offense, staying calm, and still trying to lift up the people around him. Even when he's asked about failed routes, he doesn't blame anyone. He shows discipline and maturity that many veterans don't have. But it's tough when your receiver won't even complete his job cleanly. Shedeur is doing everything right, reading the field, making the throw, trusting his guys, and Jerry keeps letting him down. This isn't just about a route, it's about commitment. It's about who shows up and who disappears. And right now, Shedeur is the one carrying the load, while Jerry is making things harder with mistakes, excuses, and zero awareness of the damage he's causing.
Shedeur said it was chemistry, right? So Shedeur took the blame. You know, like, basically, it's kind of on me. It could be chemistry. Now, I'm further analyzing this damn play now after the fact, and it looked like Jerry Jeudy might have gave up on the play. Now, I'm not saying that he did or he didn't, but it looked like, you look real spooky, Jerry Jeudy, bro. You ain't had your arms out. You ain't had nothing. Looked like you was running half speed, dog. And you can't be going out like that 2 weeks in a row, found yourself in hot water.
When a quarterback steps up and says, "I'll take the blame," even when everyone can see it wasn't on him, that tells you everything about who he is. Shedeur is protecting the locker room, protecting his teammates, even when they don't match his effort. He's giving Jerry the benefit of the doubt, considering it chemistry, considering it timing, considering it anything except what it really looked like, a receiver who slowed down on a live play. And that's what makes it so frustrating. Shedeur is doing the mature thing, taking pressure off others when he's already carrying so much. He shouldn't have to cover for someone jogging through a route when the ball is in the air. That's not chemistry. That's lack of effort. And the worst part? This isn't the first time Jerry has created problems. This is becoming a pattern, and patterns on the field don't lie, even if the players try to talk around it. But Stefanski isn't helping at all. He keeps putting Shedeur in tough spots with messy play calling and zero accountability for the people around him. If your receiver isn't finishing his route, you fix it. If someone is slowing down, you sit them or correct them. But Stefanski lets it slide, then acts confused when the offense falls apart. Instead of protecting his young quarterback, he throws him into risky situations and expects him to clean up everyone else's mistakes. Shedeur is trying to build chemistry with players who aren't matching his energy, and the coach isn't holding anyone accountable except the guy doing everything right. That's why these moments look so bad, not because of Shedeur, but because he's surrounded by people who aren't giving him the structure or support he deserves.
Talk to me nice, Shedeur. Talk to me nice.
Look. No arms. No, look like he gave up on the play.
Okay, Jerry. You know what I'm saying? That's tutty of you. You know what I'm saying? Listen to butter. That's tutty if you put your hands up a little bit. Maybe a little hands up action. Maybe a little jump a little smidge. That shit right there. Look at that good. Look at that lineman out there making breakfast. Boy, you jumping, you put your hands up.
The guy is right. Jerry flat out didn't finish the play. No arms up, no jump, no effort, nothing. It looked like he checked out while the ball was still in the air. And that's the kind of thing that turns a guaranteed touchdown into a wasted chance. When a quarterback like Shedeur puts the ball exactly where it should be, the receiver has one job, and that is to fight for it. Stretch, jump, reach something. But Jerry didn't even give the bare minimum. And that's what makes it so bad. Shedeur can't make a big play happen if the guy on the other end is acting like he's just jogging through a warm-up. The guy called it out because it was obvious to everyone watching. Shedeur delivered. Jerry didn't. And what makes this even more frustrating is how much Shedeur has to protect people like Jerry after the play is over. He stays respectful, even though the footage shows pure lack of effort. This man isn't being harsh, he's being honest. If Jerry even tries on that route, it's easy points. But this is what Shedeur deals with every week. Perfect throws turning into nothing because someone else didn't do their part. And Shedeur still keeps his composure, keeps leading, keeps carrying the offense like a professional far beyond his age. Meanwhile, Jerry keeps letting him down with lazy routes and zero awareness. The analyst said what needed to be said, and he's right. The problem isn't the quarterback. It's the receiver who refuses to meet him halfway.
4th and 1, those 2 4th and 1s that didn't work. And did you like Kevin having the aggressiveness there, even backed up in your territory?
I mean, first, that's a rude question to ask. If I think, it was a great call by my coach.
Now, mind y'all, bro, this is Cleveland media asking him this. Now y'all see what I be talking about. And Tony Grossi asked some stupid ass questions too.
You know,
Do you like the aggression? Not do you like the call? Like, do you like?
I like being out there playing.
Thank you, Shedeur.
So whatever that comes with, it comes with. You know, like, you know, we not gonna be here and ever point finger at no coach or do anything like that.
Shedeur is basically telling everyone the truth without saying it directly. He hears the question, he feels the disrespect in it, and he responds with class anyway. When he says it's a rude question, he's right. The reporter is trying to bait him into blaming his own coach for those failed 4th and 1 calls. They want him to point fingers, create drama, and carry the heat for decisions he didn't make. But Shedeur stays disciplined. He keeps the focus on playing, on competing, and on staying united. That's what real leaders do. He protects the locker room even when the locker room doesn't always protect him. You can hear in his voice he's tired of answering for mistakes that aren't his, but he still takes the high road. And honestly, what is the Browns media doing? Why are you trying to drag a young quarterback into coaching debates when you should be asking Stefanski the real questions? Why don't you ask the coach why he calls risky plays backed up in his own territory? Why don't you ask why he keeps putting his quarterback in dangerous spots? Why attack the player who executed the play instead of the person who designed it? This is the problem. They push pressure onto Shedeur instead of holding Stefanski accountable for reckless decisions. And Stefanski? He keeps escaping responsibility while Shedeur takes the bullets for him. That's not leadership. That's not support. That's not how you protect your young quarterback. But even with all that, Shedeur stands tall, stays respectful, and refuses to throw anyone under the bus. He's doing his job. It's time everyone else, the media and the coach, start doing theirs. In the end, Jeudy's weak effort and Stefanski's shaky decisions only proved one thing. Shedeur is the one carrying this team with real leadership and real toughness. Moments like these show exactly why he's built different and why others keep ending up in hot water around him. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to subscribe and like for more. Do you think the Browns need to protect Shedeur better before things get worse?